You're welcome to another beautiful edition of Bystanders at Newsstand. Thank you for joining us on today's edition of this program. Of course, all the way from the Newsstand, broadcasting live. Yeah, dishing it out fresh the way it is. All right, there was a protest in Niger State yesterday over the high cost of living in Nigeria. Of course, the citizens are lamenting the hardship in the land. We've been telling the federal government to do the needful. But yesterday, a protest rocked Niger State. Some of the people living in that state came out en masse to protest the cost of living in the state. All right, we thank you all once again for always joining us on today's program. Say good morning to you from the newsstand, broadcasting live all the way from the newsstand. It's Michael Adekunle, the anchor of Bystanders at Newsstand. All right, let's quickly move down to what we have today. We have different papers here. We'll be reading it to the viewers across the globe. The first newspaper we'll be reading is the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper was the Punch saying Nigerians seek relief as states get 3.3 trillion naira allocations. And to the next one, we have uh, abducted GIGM, ABC buses, passengers, abducted, God is good, motors, ABC buses, passengers. Kidnappers want 15 million naira to free my wife. That's what victim's husband has said on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. On to the next one, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, talking about the protests that rock Niger State yesterday. High cost of living sparks protests. That's what we have here. High cost of living sparks protests in Niger State. And I'm sure if care is not taken, it will escalate to move down to the eastern parts of the country and to the western parts of the country. That's why we are telling the government to do the needful and put this to an end. Federal government, as this day, federal government expresses concern over rising cost of living. Protest in Minna, that's the state capital of Niger State. Federal government expresses concern over rising cost of living. Protest in Minna. To the next one, the Nation newspaper, EFCC freezes 3 billion naira traced to Sirika's brother's account. That's the last story we have on the front pages of these papers. Of course, we have our reviewers at the newsstand ready to dissect issues concerning the nation. I'm Michael Adekunle once more. Let's have Raphael here. Raphael, good morning.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, viewers. To you guys that have been watching every day, kudos to you. Thank you for your viewership. Is the reason why we're here constantly telling you about what is happening in Nigeria. Mike, what do you have this morning?
Of course, you know what happened yesterday.
What?
There are protests that rocked Niger State over the cost of living in the country. The hardship is serious.
It's serious.
Severe insecurity challenges we are facing. Raphael,
Really?
what do you have to say?
Really? Really?
Protest.
See, let me tell you. It was last year that it happened. Nigerians did not protest. It was last year that INEC stole our mandate. Nigerians, entire, not only obese. They stole our mandates. What happened? Nobody protests. Nobody was seen at Ojota Park. Ndubisi Kanu Park is there. National Stadium. Surulere. Nobody was there protesting, trying to form or boasting to form parallel government. No one was protesting last year. INEC himself was free walking on the street of Kaduna, Abuja, everywhere. INEC chairman, Mamudu Mugu, he was free. No Nigerian ever protested. In the Southwest here, everybody, of course, know that we voted Labour Party. Tinubu hijacked our mandate. Nobody protested. See, Mike, there's something you said I did not like. Let me say my mind. You said the protest has spread across mid-belt of like Kogi, Niger, that very soon is coming to Southeast. Mike, is a lie. We can never ever protest in the Southeast. Do you know why? In Igbo language, during the rainy season, or dry season, if you get sense, no, during the rainy season, you make firewood that time. The one that you will use, no, during the dry season, the one that we use during the rainy season. Because when the rain commences, it is difficult to find a dry wood. Dry wood in the bush is too difficult. Igbos, we have made enough. We are so proactive people that when it's coming, it's not going to come closer to us.
Raphael, everyone is lamenting at this
Oh
point
God,
in time.
nobody in the East.
And I said,
We have been lamenting. Oh God, our lamentation started in 1970. There's no situation that will put Igbo man on the brakes.
Nobody's lamenting, but you're lamenting
Oh God,
here.
no, I'm teaching the whole world. Don't say Southeast. Don't say Southeast.
Well, don't you lament here?
It is started in Ondo State. Your states. Now it has spread to
Not my
Niger,
state.
Kogi State.
Ondo State is not my
Oga, you are
state.
from Southwest. You are region.
So don't say it's my state.
So don't say that. Don't say that. It's not going to Southeast. When you people drag our strength, our mandate,
Don't say when you
none of
people-
you come out to write on the punch.
Hello?
None of you is speaking on TVC. Let me talk.
Don't
It's
let
not going to
emotion
Southeast.
overrun you.
No. There's nothing like emotion. But you know that I'm from Southeastern Nigeria.
Okay.
It's not going to spread there.
Okay.
Don't say that. It's
Okay.
going to spread to that place. Because we started our own lamentation 54 years ago. Our life was like that, 1970 till date. And nothing happened to Igbo man. We remained. So don't tell me that. No situation that we could not ever manage. Igbo man manages every situation. And when it was coming, we told you people. Nnamdi Kanu said it. Let me forget about Nnamdi Kanu of 18. The guy is a prophet. Fulani, there will be a time they will come into the city and start to torment people. That's a prophecy. I keep it aside. See, this economic hardship, the people that masterminded it, they are going to eat concrete. If not directly, indirectly. Their kinsmen, their clans, their offspring, their descendants, they are there. They are going to suffer it most. Let nobody mention Southeast. Southeast is always the target. Oga, a Southeasterner won an election and the whole world was like, let us see the miracle these people could do. Tinubu used his money. Not only him get money, he get money, by the way. See, they have not started protesting. But what I'm trying to say here is that the protest comes too late. It should have something, it's supposed to be something that started earlier than now. Anybody protesting now, you are just trying to, disturb people's business. Because it comes too late. Protesting for what? During the inauguration, no protest. They inaugurated him, he removed fuel subsidy at Eagle Square. No Nigerian protested. When the labor was supposed to strike, they're supposed to strike. They would have struck earlier. Nobody ever struck last year, let alone today. Now, what are you protesting for? Are you trying to tell me that after the main actual church service, you will start preaching word of God? It is too late. It has nothing to do with the real church service. The protest we are having now is too late. And myself, I'm not going to be there. Some persons called obedient movement fascist. I said, okay, fascist is the wrong thing because you don't know the ideology, you don't know the person that started fascist, you don't even know the country where some fascist existed. Whose ideology? Italians. Where? How? Somebody will be calling obedience fascist. He say, Wole Soyinka say fascist. You follow Wole Soyinka because he writes and become a literary, whatever they call him. That's why he could come out and face the whole world and blindly accuse Nigerian youths of what they did not do. Okay? Wole Soyinka should not protest so now, because if he protests, nobody will follow him. So that's why I saw what happened in Ondo State as, let me just say, child play. It is not right. Why are you protesting? Protesting against who?
Niger State.
Niger State now, Mike, Kogi State, and don't you ever forecast Southeast, because we are not going to protest. For information, we have made it enough there that when it happens, we will fall back on that.
Are you speaking on behalf of the Southeasterners?
Southeasterners are not going to protest because see, I am going figuratively, no figure of speech. You know what I mean? We had enough. Let me just open mouth and tell you, agua de agua. We are not hungry. Oga, no matter the situation you come with, Igbos are there, chin chin. Oga, food day in the Southeast. Ni travel there, ask me. Nitra went to Enugu. It's part of my community. Protest what now? What are we protesting? We prepare for it. We know that if this man takes over, people will be praising this Buhari. The first time, as Zimbabwe president said, why should Nigeria allow a man loaded with illiteracy, cluelessness, to take over governance in Nigeria?
See,
let me tell you. See, let me tell you.
Will not protest.
We are not protesting anything. Let them start. It has started. Okay, I thank God that it started some days ago in Ondo. That one is just very, very lean. It's a lean way. Right. And also, let me just cut it off. See, let me tell you, if you have other questions, you can come about. But it's highly infuriating that Nigerians are protesting at this wee hour. This is a dying minute now. This is wrong time. It's ill-timed. Protest is ill-timed. Immediately this man, they inaugurate him, the whole Nigeria would have just stood up. Obi would have just come. That's why I'm not happy with Obi. The whole people give you this strength, this kind of energy. They stood by you, and now you become a houseboy calling Tinubu Uncle Tinubu. Why? How could you just romance a stone? Stone is a lifeless body that doesn't care whether insensitive.
What are they saying that you should be living in Southeast, Raphael? Maybe he's saying for you to know what is happening there.
No.
For you to know what people
Mike,
are passing through.
Let's continue. I
don't understand that.
You don't understand it? Unreplied word. That is, you know what it means? It says silence brings shame to the person that orchestrated it. You know what I mean in Igbo language? Let me break it down. It's just like silence is the best answer to a fool. But in Igbo adage, it's not like that. It means when somebody talks to you, you don't talk back. It brings shame. Who will inherit the shame? You that talk first. I don't have any I can never be a respondent to whatever this guy is saying. No. I am talking to people that have feeling of Nigerians. I am talking to people that are very highly pained of this present situation.
To buttress what you're saying, we have King Joe by saying, Mr. Mike, we the Southeasterners are comfortable with the way Nigeria is going. So
no,
we are not protesting anything.
King Joe Oba! King Joe Oba from small London, Abriba City. I hail you again. See, we are not protesting. Southwest. Oh, I pity them. You know why? They love Labour Party. They are the owner of Labour Party, especially Ondo State. And see what they did to Ondo today. Ondo of all people. I pity them. They are good brothers. Are you listening to me? But what's up? Once again with, what do you call them? Northern getting one elder forum that always run their mouths. See, let me tell you. This regime, Hausa, that is, it is right time when you are beating the right drum. They will be giving you the right tools. Dancing what steps?
Of course, the federal government is also expressing concern.
Federal government is expressing concern.
Of living in the country.
When you correct them, see, Aisha Yusuf, they are about to carry her, sorry. Aisha Yusuf is saying the right thing. APC is planning to use DSS. When you criticize a government, the right thing you do is, you do what? You abide by the suggestions, by the criticisms, and make amendments. What we are doing here, we are suggesting. Nobody is telling you are a fool or this. But when you behave like a fool, we call you a fool. I listen to me. Nobody is criticizing anybody. We are suggesting, we are providing solution. Why must you remove subsidy? And you know the level of suffering we are.
Does it mean this administration lacked idea?
It lacks not only idea, but it is a clueless. It is a clueless what administration. It has no clue of administrative strength. No focus. No mission. No vision. Visionless administration. Incompetence. Denial of the obvious. No solution. Oga, anybody that is telling you now that Nigerians are doing well, that person is stealing money. Is stealing money. That person that tells you Nigeria is leave it, Nigeria is good. That person is a thief. Tell him that I say so. See, if you are happy with this current situation and you are still telling the people outside there, outside world over there that Nigerians are doing well, we are good. You are a thief, international thief. Because everybody is gnashing their teeth in Nigeria now. Everybody is gnashing their teeth. Nobody. You guys are not coming here anymore. You know. Yeah. Say, listen. We are telling the whole world what's up. Mike, let me tell you. The kidnapping of GIG, God is good motors, and ABC transport, it will orchestrate trouble. Oh. They can never start it. These bandits, this Fulani, they can never start it with Igbo man. Or East, what do you call them? ESN.
How sure are you that it's only the Fulanis that are perpetrating this?
Oh God, they are the one. The whole dog are eating cheat. The one that you see cheat on the mouth is the cheat eater. Now they eat cheat. Fulani launch Metiala security outfit. Everybody saw it. They said they are going to do this in Southwest. Now, what is happening in Ekiti State and the Kwara State? Fulani is responsible. They come out, they own it up. See, the Obas, killing of the Obas has exposed their what? Their, what do you call it? Animosity against Yoruba man. Their hidden animosity, their hidden agenda, the one they did to Oba Fonja in Kwara State centuries ago, they have now come back again to colonize or what? To take over Kwara State, Ondo State, and the Ekiti if care is not taken. So Yoruba man should be very, very watchful.
There's a statement here.
Yes,
There's a statement here.
say it.
Mike, don't mind him. His brothers are using kidnapping as a business. Let there be investigation.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Taye Taiwo is somebody I told you if he speaks here, unless you don't tell me, I will respond. But provided it's Taye Taiwo, he's a small boy. He talks like a small boy.
But is it true that your people, your brothers are using this as a business?
That's why I'm telling you that he's a small boy. I would rather talk to a boy of 4-year-old, a 4-year-old boy, than to respond to Taye
We should
Taiwo.
respect his own view.
I will not. Okay, it's for him. Let me continue, my brother. So let me tell you, Fulanis, they have already owned it up before it started, that they are going to do this. Mike, if you tell me that, if you tell somebody, okay, your neighbor, that you will kill him, I will kill you. If that person dies, they will hold you responsible. That is what is going on. Forget about Yoruba, anybody accusing Yoruba of kidnapping. Forget about anybody accusing Warri of kidnapping. Urobo. Forget about anybody accusing the Benis of kidnapping. The Benis, they are awake 24 hours monitoring their land, their states. The Southeasterners are there doing their normal business. I don't accuse Igbos of kidnapping because they are very, very industrious.
Evans.
Very, very hardworking people.
Evans did that.
Evans did that as his business, and he was the only kidnapper condemned to death in Nigeria. Let us not come to that, because we know that Igbos are the perceived enemies. Evans did it, he was condemned to death. Even when Tinubu went to Father's daughter that was killed, he went to pacify with Baba. He remembered Evans because Tinubu is our enemy. He hated us with passion. So anybody that is vomiting blood, talking about Igbos kidnapping in the southeast, eastern Nigeria, you are a hater. And I have this news for you. You will remain a jealous human being until Jesus comes. Mike, let me tell you, Fulani are responsible for what is going on around Nigeria. It's obvious. They are killers. Why? They kill farmers, they kill in Enugu, they kill in Ibarakwa, they kill in Igongo. They are the one kidnapping people along the Ibadan Express. PDP chairman Lagos State, I think so, is still in their own, is still in their den. It's inside their den. So tell me, when you come out and threaten a whole country, okay, why is it that Badejo was in? Tinubu took it upon himself and arrested him and nothing happened.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be meeting South African players tomorrow. What do you think will be happening?
I can comment on that, okay, because those boys playing, they are still my brothers. Some of them are Yoruba, some of them are mid-belts, some of them are core Hausas. Are you listening to me? And when you come to patriotism, I have done my best on patriotism. Because of what I'm doing now is an act of, a good patriot. It can come from a good patriot. See, let me tell you, the match tomorrow, I advise those players. Are you listening to me? Iwobi, Osimhen, Aina, and the rest of them, Ekong. Iheanacho, he's got injuries on the bench. I've mentioned Osimhen. See, my advice is play with discretion. Don't take it too personal. If you wound yourself, if you get yourself, if you get injury, life-threatening injury, career-threatening injury, you will be left alone. Play skillfully. I wish you good luck. But if you ask me, I'm a die-hard Biafran. I don't support anything.
Don't you
but I'm just wishing those guys
tomorrow.
And again, I know again
wins South Africa.
Yes,
you know what
I know.
What goes on
yes,
in that place.
my fear, right? My fear again. We know our relationship with the Southern Africa. If Nigerian Eagle, Super Eagles happen to win tomorrow match, I think the lives of our brothers and sisters in the Southern Africa there are under serious threat. They might start xenophobic attack again. Xenophobia is their normal business, and they just want anywhere they will get Nigeria faulted. They want to just see Nigeria misbehave. They will start. I didn't understand. That's a fear, a chalk. See.
So the fans should not do prepare them tomorrow.
You see what
only prepare them.
See, I just suggest, I just nurse that fear that it might trigger off xenophobic attack in Southern Africa. So they should use discretion. But I believe if they play well, they are going to beat Southern Africa. And if they do so, xenophobia might just resurrect all of a sudden once more in that region. And Nigerians, Ghanaians, not only Nigerians, Zimbabweans, they are going to receive what we chalk them. Right, see, Mike, I will pause here until you come again.
Right, thank you so much, Raphael Chigozie. Good morning. Sorry, Ni. Let's quickly answer Chigozie. Chigozie, how are you doing?
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine. Good morning.
You're looking good.
Mike and SM fans, good morning. What is happening?
Of course, you know what is happening. I just talked about what happened yesterday with Raphael, Niger State. Protests that rocked that state over the high cost of living in the land. What's your reaction to it?
Well, these are survivors of yesterday that was complaining of has had a high cost of living. What of the victims of yesterday? I learned that my condolence to Taiwo Odunlade for losing the two monarchs from Ekiti State. His own constituency, his own king was killed.
It's Taiwo from
Ekiti State.
From Ekiti State.
Invariably from Yoruba land.
Okay. Okay.
3 kings have been killed now. So my condolences to Taiwo Odunlade for losing them to the Fulani militias. I don't know what exactly is happening. And unfortunately, they have occupied his own community. And as it stands now, Taiwo has no place to call his home. He can't travel to village again because the Fulanis has taken over. So we are talking about the victims of yesterday. Fortunately for him, he's not in town. He would have possibly, but God forbid, be part of if a king is killed, is it the subject that should be spared? So that is the Nigeria for you today. So it's not an issue of the high cost of living. We are talking about survival. It's only those who survive will have the appetite to eat. So the current situation presupposes that we begin to think, of course, how do we survive today?
How do we survive today?
How do we survive today? How do we live today?
Let alone tomorrow.
Let alone tomorrow.
Let's talk about today first.
Exactly, just as what is happening. So it's quite unfortunate that the likes of Taiwo, Kunle, and the Niyi is not leading a protest. After 3 monarchs, we are gunned down, we are killed, hacked. Just to say the least. I nobody know whether they beheaded the kings. With due respect, I have great respect for these monarchs. But the reality is that people who are living in denial today of course, are being caught up with the realities of our time staring at us. So let Taiwo respond if he's online. Why the reasons why, of course, three monarchs should be killed in Yoruba land, and Taiwo is still wherever he is in London, eating burger and drinking beer or whatever that
He's
is.
already giving response to your analysis.
I'm so saddened by that development.
And what did he say?
And the president, Tinubu, where is his capacity?
He's giving response to what you just said now. Thank you, Chigozie. Many of your king were already killed by ESN and IPOB.
Many of my king were killed by ESN.
And IPOB.
What does ESN represent?
Eastern Security Network.
Eastern Security Network. Can the security of a region or if a people kill their own people? Well, let's assume that it's the Eastern Security Network that killed, of course, their supposed king as is alleged. Now, what is the case with his own kings? That people from Sahara region invaded his own region and killed them. These are Fulanis, militias. And do Taiwo call himself a man? You are here, they killed your king, and they're not doing anything about that.
But should your king
You are a woman.
be killed by your own people?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm just asking you that question. Should your
I have
king,
never lost my king to any Fulani militia.
Well, you just said, okay, to anybody. He said ESN and IPOB killed some of your kings.
No, he's trying
And
to
I'm
destroy
asking-
because he have no any defense regarding this. It's quite unfortunate that the likes of Taiwo is in London, residing, eating burger, while his own home, he has lost his home. As the last information, the recent information is that the Fulanis who killed the supposed king, monarchs, have occupied the place. And the media and the likes of you, Nigerian journalists, are not telling us the truth. You are not reporting this. I expected you,
Now reporting what?
Flip TV should have gone to Ekiti, those communities and towns, kingdoms where their king were killed, and interview the king and see whether there is anyone human left in those regions. Or if their current occupants are Fulanis. I know what they will do to you. Only God will tell. Only God will tell if you are allowed to tell the story. Just like His Eminence, of course, the Oni of Ife, have come out to say we cannot continue to lie. We cannot continue to deceive ourselves. Just like the Taiwas and his like. Now, Niyi has repented. It's now shifting ground. Where is Kunle and his lies? See? He said we can't continue to live in denial. Nigeria, anyone who says Nigeria is working or will work under this current configuration, they're not born in Papa well. In Papa and in Mama. He said it's a white lie.
Yeah, I said it. He said it's from Ekiti State.
He said, I'm an intelligence
Journalist.
Biafran intelligence content creator. Let me not say journalist now. And you now have me up.
Chigo sticker.
You can see that Chigo sticker is not just making assumptions. I have made my research and discovered that he's from Ekiti. And the king was his king. And his community has been raided and been taken over by the Fulanis. And he dare not return home again. Even in Nigeria, he has lost his home. He has lost his ancestral home. And he should be talking like to Chigozie Ndigbo, who, of course, can travel anytime to my place.
Chigo, does it mean that this administration lacked the idea to drive this nation
No,
forward?
does it mean they are not even prepared to govern?
Well, the president
Because
said
if
he
you
was
are
for the
prepared
job.
to govern, your quality, of course, your antecedents in the past should be able to speak to you. People should have asked questions when you said Emiloko. What does that mean? Is that what Nigerians need? It is my turn to do what? Of course, it is their turn. Unfortunately, the kings are being killed. It is the turn of, as rightly submitted by Niyi, it is Yoruba turn to experience the brutality and the heinous killing, murderous fanatics of the Fulani's extraction. It is their turn. And quite unfortunate, they are not yet prepared. We have not seen the worst. We have not seen the worst. Possibly they might be coming to London to be looking for Ekiti indigents. With respect to Taiwo. I don't mean other people because not everybody is supporting this system.
I told
Like Taiwo Lawan is a great man, he's a good man. I love him for his sincerity and of course he's very committed to humanity, the building of humanity.
I told Rafa something. I told him that doesn't he think the protests might shift from the north or middle belt to the east and from the east to the west? Are you likely to experience that in the eastern part of the country?
Well, I think you know by now I'm not a Nigerian. For the Kunles, Niyi and Taiwo Ogunlade should lead the protest if they feel at this time they are disappointed by their supposed capacity man, Tinubu, in the helm of affairs.
You are still on Nigerian soil.
I'm on the Nigerian soil does not mean I should take law into my hands. I think there is law in Nigeria.
Yeah,
and if you are a citizen...
You said that, of course, I should know that you're not a Nigerian.
Yes, I'm not a Nigerian. Is Taiwo living in London? Is it from London? Is it an English citizen?
What he says, he's a Nigerian.
He's a Nigerian living in London, collecting this in.
So you're a Biafran living in Nigeria.
My father told me I'm a Biafran. I can't deny that. If you want me to confirm, I'm a Biafran.
Living in Nigeria.
Born by a Biafran man. My mother is a Biafran. I'm a Biafran. So you can go and hang yourself. I mean, those who feel otherwise. So
Odunlade is telling you to go back to the east.
It isn't material. I can go back to the east. Of course, I'm proud to do so. But he has no place to call his own ancestral home. I've been occupied by the Fulanis, which he confirmed before the war that is from Ekiti, which means I'm not mentioning West. He has no place to call his whatever his kingdom has been overtaken, and it's now the kingdom of Fulanis.
What can this administration do to right their wrongs?
Well,
people don't really believe in this administration.
I don't think there is any wrong with this dispensation. Huh? I don't think there's any wrong with the Tinubu's dispensation. He is doing what he's best at. So when you are at your best as a journalist, somebody shouldn't expect otherwise. So we have talked to the world that this system, this government will be an apology compared to the ongoing, the immediate past. Of Muhammad Buhari. People think we are joking. The likes of Taiwo, of course, Niyi and what did he call it again? Kunle. Where is he now? He's on exile. You see? That is the reality. So what you sow is what you are reaping. When you see darkness, you see light, you decided to align with darkness. So you don't expect anything different. Me, I'm not surprised. I'm not baffled by at what is happening.
Amechi Watuko is saying that nobody live in sorry. Today all the touts that supported Tinubu are crying and begging.
Okay, yes.
All the touts. I think there's a particular guy, Abu Ebel, that is currently crying. And what's he crying about? He said Tinubu, I don't know. He said Tinubu.
Not everybody is crying, including you. Just imagine you are paid 100,000 and you spend 48,000 for transportation. How do you survive? Are you not crying? We will not be seeing your tears, but indeed, everybody is crying, including I myself. So, but what matters is the degree of the crying.
Are you crying?
I'm crying because I needed to go home, and for this reason, of course, we are making preparations to go home. I mean, I'm making preparation with my family to go home, because if Taiwo Ogunlade had been sacked, the next target could be Lagos, because Lagos is not safe. What is safe about Lagos? If Ekiti could come under the attack of Fulanis and they overrun the place, and the likes of Taiwo is there criticizing Chigos and Dibo, and not providing solution to how, of course, to bring and secure his own people. It's quite the same in your own lifetime. You watch your own king killed, and you are still watching millions, children, students, pupils adopted.
Why are your words targeted at Odunlade Taiwo? Why are they targeted at Odunlade Taiwo?
Because I understood his person, his position, and what he stood for.
But he's not the only one on the platform.
No, Taiwo, I have been mentioning Taiwo, Kunle,
We have
and
a
Niyi.
there.
Yes, the likes of whatever
We have
Gerrards or whatever they do.
Baker's Villas.
Well, I don't care to know who they are, what they represent. But what I'm saying, of course, his likes should understand, should be happy, and be celebrating the progress made so far by the Tinubu's administration.
All right, lastly, Chigozie, before you go, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing with the South Africa.
Nigeria is a gunner.
Nigeria is a gunner.
I'm expecting 2-0. 2-0 from South Africa.
Why? Don't forget Nigeria defeated Angola.
That is
defeated the Lions of Cameroon.
That is a mistake because Angola's missed much of the opportunities. You see, and their defense are not well strong. But you don't compare with the South Africa. Why? Because South Africans are psychologically stable. To face at all, you can't be. They can't be killing your people. They are even scared of when they hear the kidnapping, when they hear students, pupils are being kidnapped. You can't be balanced, psychologically balanced, emotionally balanced, unless the person is deceiving himself. So they are traumatized, and with that level of emotional behavior, you don't expect them to do something better. Just like you now, you can't travel to Ekiti State because what should be your heart should be beating is who knows where, good point. Possibly they may kidnap you.
I traveled to Ibarapa now in Congo. During that time, people were killed, murdered. I was there.
You are there?
No, not with Flip TV.
Okay, now with Flip TV.
I was there. I was there with heavy security.
Only God
I can show you the video.
Okay.
I have the videos.
You have the videos?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't
I was
doubt
guarded
you.
by the OPC.
By the OPC.
Guarded by the Amoteku.
Okay.
Guarded by the Nigerian police force.
But where are they when all
I'll
these
show you
things?
the videos.
Where we are there, all these things happens. We are happening. I thought we have OPCs and Amotekus.
Chigozie. All right, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Okay, Kunle should come and Niyi should come and defend himself.
We've heard so much from Chigozie.
No, Chigozie is crying more than the bereaved. He's a confused lot. And I think Chigozie is suffering for what we call a crab mentality. You know, if you put crabs in a bucket, these crabs, they have this mentality whereby they will pull any crab that tries to walk out of that bucket. The remaining crabs that are inside the bucket will pull that crab trying to escape. They will pull it down. So Chigozie is suffering for what we call, that crab in the bucket mentality, and he's crying more than the bereaved. This is a man who has a log of wood. Should I say a log of wood? He has a timber. He has a roko. As a matter of fact, they are poking his eyes like this. But he's less concerned. All he cares about is what is happening in Ekiti State. Ekiti has been able to solve his problem. Yes, they lost 2 to 3 kings, but they have been able to find a solution within a period of 14 days. But here in the southeast, he didn't go for Christmas. This is a man who couldn't even go for Christmas, and he wouldn't even go for Easter. You get my point? So, I mean, we are not here to try and say, I better pass my neighbor. Yes, indeed, we need security all across the nation. And I think the Igbos and the Yorubas, today, they have a common enemy. If for anything, I think the Yorubas, which is the southwest, and the southeast, are supposed to gather here today and, in unison, fight against these Fulani jihadists. Because the common enemy we have, apparently, is the Fulanis. But as it were, some people will come here to feel like, you feel you are better than me. It don't happen to you. You see, we are not mocking ourselves. There won't be a way forward. There won't be a way forward. We present ourselves like jokers. Because what we need is security all across the South. I am particular about the South. Because I know the Northerners are aware of this problem, but they are harboring it. Let me tell you, in the North Central today, the most infested states in the North Central is Kogi State. The most infested state by Fulani jihadists. Not Benue. It's Kogi State. Let me tell you, The Kogi states are even enablers. The Kogites, should I call them? The Kogites are enablers of these Fulani jihadists. I have some Kogi people that I will communicate, will discuss. They will say that I should not generalize any incident that happened, that it couldn't have been, it might not be the Fulanis. I said yes, I will not generalize. But there's a rule of thumb that suggests to me that whenever we have banditry, that there will always be a Fulani as a leader of that group. Just a few days ago, God is good. Their boss, between Abuja and Kogi, inside Kogi, that was when they kidnapped those boys. They abducted about, I think, 16 persons. And they are demanding about 5 million per head, if I'm not mistaken. So, Kogi are enablers. This is what happened in Borno. Boko Haram erupted from Zamfara into Sokoto. When they started, the people within the community were enabling them because they came in a disguise of religion. Because all Fulani jihadists, you will never see a Christian amongst them. All Fulani, this is an empirical fact. I am saying it emphatically. All Fulani jihadists, all Fulani Boko Haram, ISWAP, whatever they are, you will not find one Christian. So it is a known fact that, yes, we need to de-radicalize, we need to de-radicalize these guys. So for me, we need a well-secured nation, and the president, to me, has not been strategic. He has not been concise. His standard has fallen below par.
No, you don't think the protest that rocked the capital of Niger State, Mina, is a signal to the government that things are not going the way the people want?
I think it's an open knowledge that the economic hardship is on the rise. There's no going saying. I have no gainsaying. I have no any political point to score. If I come here and tell you that things are cheap, things are expensive. And it is expected. Let me tell you, you don't beat a child and then you tell him how to cry. It's impossible. It's impossible. If you have a child, a baby, when you were supposed to withdraw the breast from that baby, maybe as at 8 to 9 months, or let's say at most 1 year, you never did. You kept on breastfeeding that baby 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. If by 5 years you withdraw the breast, the baby will still cry. You get my point? So the question is, subsidy on fuel and dollar has always been like breast milk to us. So when you pull out the breast milk, you're supposed to supplement or replace it with, a sizable amount of supplements with enough communication. When the baby is crying, there's what we call, you have to pamper the baby. You have to pacify the baby, right? You don't pacify in silence. You don't pacify a baby in silence. As we are today, all Nigerians are babies. Because we have been breastfed for the last 40 years using dollar subsidy. Dollar subsidy never allowed us to see a reason that we could have done even more better than what we were doing. Dollar subsidy never allowed us to see ourselves as people who can create things. All we were, at best at was trading. Go to China, because I know I can buy dollars cheaper rate. Go to dollar. Oh yeah, let me do generator. Generator where they use water. Let me do generator. I better pass my name. Write my name on it. Chikesi. You consoler generator. Abu whatever. And then you bring it down and then you sell. The cheap dollar never allowed us to see a reason that, okay, can we create these things in-house? You got my point? Now, the dollar has been removed. In this instance now, that subsidy is the best. Now, instead of the federal government to pamper us, pacify us, and then show us that these are the supplements. When you communicate, you are showing a room to take feedbacks. All right, that means you are paying. Yeah, you have listening ears for for clapbacks, for feedbacks. But when you are just silent, took the subsidy for the past 8 years, you are silent, no communication, no clarity of purpose, no clear direction. You are not speaking. Your spokesperson, all they are doing is having political jibes with Atiku. But Atiku's, listen, Atiku has not done half of what Tinubu did when Tinubu was opposition. Tinubu was a menace. Tinubu was a monster when he was in the opposition party. Like I said, if it was Tinubu that lost that election, today Tinubu would be frustrating whoever the president is. And this is a known fact. What we need is an economy that is thriving, a democracy that is working, okay? A situation whereby the government communicates. In America, in UK, the president has made it a culture to have a weekly, press briefing, a press session whereby they ask question and answer. In the UK, I think every Wednesday or so, they have what we call PMQ, the Prime Minister questioning, whereby the opposition will come, they question the Prime Minister. The UK citizens will watch it. All right? Now we are in a presidential system whereby we will hardly even hear from the presidential spokesperson. We are not saying the president must speak every time, but the presidential spokesperson must come out and say things as they were. See, this country belongs to everybody. There's no need for you to govern in secrecy. When you got there, this is what I met. He said, man, I met this and this and this. EFCC said that some churches are laundering money for Boko Haram. Why are you hiding the names? Sharia law, whatever, I think we have a commission, which is, I think, is Sharia law related. They have written a letter to EFCC that EFCC release the names of these churches. We want to know. But the question is, Khan did not even do that. Christian Association of Nigeria did not demand for the names of the pastors. Because EFCC, there's no, listen, this country belongs to all. If you want everybody to have a sense of ownership, a sense of belonging, there has to be what we call 100% transparency. Okay, so the president deserves to be protested against.
All right, we have in our match tomorrow, South Africa versus Nigeria. What's the prediction? Sorry.
You see, at this junction that we are, I think we are in a junction of not going home without the trophy.
We must go home.
At this junction, we have everything possible. We must do everything possible, either by crook or by hook or anything. Whether Nigeria will go do it, there's a possibility that we can rig that competition. Because I think last night we lost. We lost in all quarters in the Grammy Awards. Davido lost, Burna Boy lost, Ashake lost, Thames lost, Olamide lost. South Africa took it from us.
Don't you suspect a foul play?
Of course, I know. South Africa. Though yes, that song is popular. That song is popular. It's well played. But I mean, we need to now show them that if you think you can outshine us in the music, in the sports, because it shouldn't be a double jeopardy for us. You understand? I've forgotten the way they say it in Yoruba. You must not be defeated twice consecutively. All right? Beaten twice shy. So we must make sure that South Africa tomorrow will strangulate them. But to all my brothers are in South Africa, I don't know if any one of them is in the comment section. Please don't go around the streets and taunt the South Africans. Because we know the South Africans are terrible losers, they are sore losers. These guys are xenophobic in nature, so we have to be well coordinated and well counted in our speeches. Because we know these guys, they don't have that heart of forgiveness. So, I mean, tomorrow I'm hoping, initially I didn't suppose Super Eagles. But I think as at this junction, because we lost in that Grammy, I have no choice. Now, yes, we must make a statement that in Africa, we are the best. Thank you
so much. And yeah,
Mr. Ani is calling for rigging of. If I'm allowed to use that one, let me borrow his word. He's calling for rigging of the ball against the match against South Africa. I'm not surprised. He's learning from his father.
Learning from
He's learning fast. He's learning from his father. So I'm not surprised when Lee is calling for rigging of the. In a nutshell, he's saying even if we need to circumvent the rule to win. So I'm not surprised because his father before the election talk about how somebody can run and snatch and run with election. So Lee, you're a fast learner.
Yeah, we've been having fire incidents recent, especially in Lagos State. At Abulegba, a sawmill was raised in Fano. Niger, yesterday, furniture house or something like that also was burnt down. What do you think the citizens should do at this time? This is our time period now. What do you think the Lagos State government should do and the citizens as well to do to prevent such occurrence?
I know what they should do is simple. I want to believe that as it stands, there are safety measures outlined by government, backed by law. Like you know, we'll talk. So the only thing government need to do is to enforce that public places adhere strictly to safety measures, world best safety standard. If you have fire extinguisher that is because every fire started from little points, and every personnel in all such facilities should be trained on how to attack fire in case of fire incidents. When that is done and there's issue of fire and people who are trained to address it did not address it, we can now start probing and possibly sanctioning people. But the way you should start is to ensure that the available laws about safety is enforced. That way, you can advance such incidents.
All right, thank you so much. Matthew, Niger State yesterday, the protests that rocked the state over the high cost of living. Insecurity, Niger State, was Minos specifically. What message is it sending to the government?
It's a clear message. Though the governor of that state tried to play it down, saying that the people who protested were trying to hijack trailers, a truckload of food that were coming from Lagos. But you cannot take away the fact that Nigerians are facing hard time as a result of government policy. We have said I was explaining to one Baba this morning, who happened to be a staunch supporter of this government. I'm not saying it's wrong to support this government, but I was trying to explain to him that the problem we are having currently is policy induced. I'll give you an instance. You know, I'm quick to citing instances with what is happening. I think this I've read it before, but for purpose of Nigerians and our viewers who perhaps do not follow the trend. When you increase tariff on imported goods, you should understand that it will have impact on our economy. We're operating on a mono economy. As it stands today, federal government, our crude account for about 80% of our foreign earning. And almost all we use in Nigeria has been imported. You have removed subsidy on gasoline. This was not the right time to start increasing tariff on imported goods. He said import duty rises as federal government hike exchange rates. This one happened December 8th December 2023. Duty payable on imported goods as Nigerian ports have gone up following the hike in the exchange rate for cargo clearance by the federal government through Central Bank of Nigeria. You are laughing. The Point report that the exchange rate for payment of duty paid on imported vehicles on the portal of the Nigerian Customs Service was raised from 783 there is dollar to 952. The point I'm trying to make is when you remove fuel subsidy on gasoline, we know that it will come with hardship. Was it the time to start increasing tariffs on imported things, knowing that we are import-dependent economy? Areas, particularly our production sector. We import almost everything we use in Nigeria. As we speak, companies are leaving the shores of Nigeria. And the reason they are citing is because of economic situation of Nigeria. And the Naira unification or dollar unification at the official window is at the heart of it. Let me give you a quick example of what I'm trying to say. Pharmaceutical, for instance, when Buhari was there, they were getting dollar to import their raw material at the rate of 471 naira to dollar. Now they are assessing dollar at above 1,000 naira to a dollar. So they can no longer cope with the realities and they are quitting the country. So, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Matthew. Quickly to
Matthew, you are
Lucky.
reading from the books.
Lucky, please, briefly.
You know, you always give me small time after the exhaust the whole thing.
From
Anyway, the signal is
Last
now. You see, let me just point some three things out. Number one,
okay.
the economy, as I said, it's not working, which Thaddeus said. Then secondly, Eagles is winning tomorrow. Eagles is winning tomorrow. They're going to win, yes. I pray they're going to. That cup will come back. I told you, the cup will come back. They're winning South Africa. I only beg my people in South Africa they should not come out. They should stay in South Africa so that South Africa will not provoke them. Then third, the rate of kidnapping, protests is hard. Please, I'm advising our ministers to advise Tinubu to make sure that there's enough food. Declare sort of a emergency of food. Let food come out. So that when food come out, when you eat, you'll be able to support the policy. That's the only thing I want to say now. I want to beg my brother, Kaiwu, everybody, Dennis, everybody. I love you all. Tomorrow, we are going to celebrate tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lucky. I really appreciate you. Thanks for your understanding.
No problem.
All right, on this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us tomorrow for another edition. Michael Adibule remains my name. Goodbye, everyone.